Hey everyone, how are you doing? Welcome to the channel. My name is Emma Casey and I hope you're all doing well. So today we're doing a part 2 of my completed whips over the years. So these were under the bed. So we'll need some space under the bed so that we can put some more stuff under the bed. And you know, it makes sense to put these in the loft. So this one has got a little bit squished under other diamond paintings and it's not in very good condition. So I do apologise. And it is a round, and I did cut it. It wasn't a frame. So in my old place where I used to live, all these diamond paintings were on the walls. There's some proper flick and stuff. So I don't even know what is on that. But I just wanted to quickly show you this one. So yeah, ignore that. But this was World Atlas, I think it was called. So this was a Diamond Art Club one, and it had 4 different coloured ABs. So the blue one, a green one. I can't see what other ones there are on there, but that is that one. Then this is the second Jasmine Becket Griffith one that I did, and this one was from the one with the diamond art. So I don't think that this is hand rendered. It's alright. I don't think it's amazing render. But I wanted to try this company out, but this was a long time ago when I think they probably started out anyway. So, you know, and I like the way the dragon looks. I think the dragon's really sweet and come out really well. But I really loved all the colours in this. I think this was once available with Diamond Art Club as well. I could be wrong, but I just loved the warm colours in this image, and I loved the pops of the greens and the blues and the butterflies. And you've got the dragon down there, who looks absolutely cute. But you know, after a while working on the darker colours, I can't even remember how I felt about this, but you know, just seeing all these dark colours would have been something that I would have struggled with. But I like the image. So here you've got some ABs, you can see you've got some ABs in the butterflies there, and you've got some ABs in the top there. And the face is quite dark, I feel, but you know, this is a long time ago, so they've probably changed a lot now since then. The next one we have, so this is been a bit squished in here, so I've pushed this in here so the drills are sort of coming off at the edges. There's quite a few actually in here, so some of my very early works, and like I said before, you know, digital art is a new thing for me, and all the images that I draw now is never something that I used to draw back in the day. I used to do more still lifes and things and flowers, so I'm gonna have to hoover when I'm done. But this one was, I can't even remember, rainbow seashells. So this is one I'd like to redo and get with a company. I'd like to do 2 versions actually, like a darker version and a more pastel sort of version, but we'll just see. But yeah, this was my very first one with prism diamond painting, and as you can see, I've kept all of my ones that I worked on, and this looks really good in the camera. And you know, this is a computer rendered image, but I still think that this come out really well. So the next one we have, now this one, so obviously Prism Diamond Painting's closed down now, so you can't get these. And I, when they changed owners, I decided to sort of like leave Prism Diamond Painting, and you know, try new companies and see how that is, you know, move on sort of thing. But they were a lovely company to work with. They were really nice ladies. So this is my Alice one. This was my very first Alice one, and you can see I did this for Life with Lindsay's event. So Life with Lindsay does an Alice in Wonderland event every year. So, and it's a lot of fun, so you know, I recommend having, if you like events, and also subscribe to Lindsay. She's an amazing person and she's really honest, and I love that. I love honest people, and I enjoy watching her whip and chats and unboxings and things like that. So yeah, you've got roses at the top and the pop of colour of this, you know, the thing there, the sun set or rise. You've got the cat at the top there. Now this is a computer rendered one. You've got the top of the Queen's head there, you can see her eye there, and you know, Alice there holding the bunny, and the bunny's scared. You've got the bottle there, the Shrink Me bottle, Yeah, so that was one of my first ones. So you can see my drawings have evolved over time as well. Okay, this one was a really boring one for me. It was, I loved it because I loved the pop of colour of the eyes. Now I'm going to take that pin out there. But this is a really lovely pop of colour of the eyes, and I love that. That's what really got me with this one. So I can see some drills are missing. I just think it's just they've just come off over time. You know, it's been 2 years that they've been in a box. So it's really lovely to get them out and look at them and think, gosh, I can't remember doing that. So yeah, this one was called The Cat. And this is by Tamiao, an artist. I don't remember artist names until I look on the thing, but this had glow in the darks, I think, in the black bit of the eye, I think. So I loved that. That was something new to me at the time. There's lots of confetti of the same colours. It's got 29 colours, and it's a great image. But to diamond paint, confetti, and when it's confetti of similar colours, I really don't like that. And then we've got this beauty from Sarah Richer, and this was one that was, I think, released a couple of years ago from Diamond Art Club, and I loved that they put gold drills in here. I thought that was a nice touch. That's something I would have thought of myself. I quite often think about putting gold drills in my jewellery, and I think this is a really this tells a story, doesn't it? It really does. It's a beautiful image, really, really nice. And this is around, and this is 50 by 63 centimeters, and so obviously it had some special drills. So let me just see, I think they started putting them at the bottom, so I think it was just, I can't see, I've got some white ABs in here, but I don't know if they came with them or not. But anyway, it's a stunning image, isn't it? It's really lovely. Then the next one we have is this beauty here. So the first video I did another horse, and this one is by the same artist, Lorie Prindle, and from what I've seen, she does quite a few horse ones, and this one is an absolute beauty, isn't it? Look at it, and there's drills missing, unfortunately. It's just, you know, they're just squashed down after a while. So that is a bit of a shame. So there was a nice blue AB and a white AB, and there wasn't a lot of ABs in this one. And there's a bit of blue AB in the rose there, and this one's called Blue Rose. It's just a really stunning piece, isn't it? Really lovely, just so lovely. It's quite a dark colour palette, but very, very stunning. I love they captured the details in the, you know, all the shadowing, the light that hits the horse and stuff. Okay. Here we go. This is a long one, so this is a Neighbours Outpost one. I don't know if anyone remembers this. Also, if you've been on my channel from the beginning, let me know in the comments, because it's really interesting to know who's been here the whole time, because I know that people come and go, and it's just the way it is. You know, people lose interest, or you get new people and stuff like that. That's just a natural thing that happens. It's quite interesting to see who has been around for the whole time. I know my friend Crafting with Kay, we've been friends for probably about 4 or 5 years, I think. And she has a channel as well, and she's bought a couple of my pieces, which I'll show you. Or she brought up in the Clouds, she did. So you got this one. This one was quite confetti, but I was really like, I've got to get it. I just loved it. It's such a stunning piece. So this is probably one of the first ones that Enablers Outpost did. And this is by JK Roots. They don't do this one anymore. It's got 44 colours and it's got some crystals. So it's got some darker crystals in the top. I'll show you. I did think they were a little bit dark. Then now they've got a different manufacturer now, so they are quite dark. Let me just see if I can, no, I'll leave it, but you can see there's crystals in there as well, so I thought that was a really nice touch. I don't know, I thought this manufacturer did hand renders, but I can't remember. So this is the original Rainbow Dragon, so this is my first edition of it. People seem to really like it. So this is Prism Diamond painting, and now I've got a newer version of it. So this is my first one, and the jewels are really good on this one. They haven't fallen off at all. Prism Diamond painting is pretty good, and so these are 56 colours. So it looks so striking in the camera, it really does. So that was a really fun one to do. But you know, it was nice when I didn't work with this company anymore. I looked at the images and I thought I really want to change them. I've got new techniques, so that's why I've redone some. Now this one's a lovely one. I think a lot of people will love this one. She is such a cutie. This is so sweet. I love this. So I added some enhancements to this one, and this is called Daughter of the Sea. Isn't she adorable? Look at her face, little cute octopus, and I don't know what that is, but it's just a lovely piece. This is a very special piece, I feel, and this is by Mystic Mirrors, and obviously it's Diamond Art Club, and it's just lovely pastel colours. It's just a very lovely image, isn't it? And up here you can see that I've added some special drills. Let me put the flash on. So as you can see, I've done loads of special drills in this one. Up in here, some quad cubes. I really bling this one out. I think it really went nicely with this. You see the quad cubes in there. And then it's got 4 ABs. It's got a white one, a light pink one, I think, a light blue one, and I want to say a sort of yellowy one. I don't know. I'm trying to find it on here, but yeah, I think it's in there. I think it's like this one here, you see. Now I did some crystals. You can see all those quad cubes in there. They just look so pretty. I think that I'm really happy with the enhancements I did on this image. So this one is Here Comes the Bride. So you can see this is Sally. Is it Sally from Nightmare Before Christmas or something? I don't know, but I really love this one. I thought this was another special piece. I added some bling to this one as well. So this is sort of a little bit like a princess panel, but not. It's quite long. Not as long as a princess panel. So this one is 51 by 97 centimeters, and it's by Mandy Manzano. And yeah, so this had, let's see, a purple AB, very light purple AB, and a white AB. That's all that come with it. I would have loved to see more ABs on this one. So on here, I'll show you what I did. I added some bling to the eyeshadow, and I added a little bit of bling in the flowers. So that one turned out really nicely. I'm going to pop her sideways like that so you can see her all in the camera. So that one came out really nice. Right. I've got this one. So this is one I've redone. I just really wanted to add a bit more to this. I see a load of drills missing, but we'll ignore that. But she came out really well. Put it down like that so you can see her there. So this is a Prism Diamond painting one. Rendering's not too bad. Like I say, a lot of these at the time of doing them, back then, it wasn't, you didn't notice it so much. I do notice with Prism Diamond painting kits, they are quite gappy. So you can see a lot of the kits that I showed actually are quite gappy. I don't know if you can see that so well. but at the time I thought the quality was really good. The drills were nice and vibrant, and I was very, very happy with them. I really love the blend of colours in here. I thought they showed that really well. You see her with the sword, and I put some quarter cubes in the sword here. I'll show you in there, and I put some white glow in the dark ABs in here because this is like emitting a light. So that's that one. So that's one I have redone. This is my very first Diamond Art Club. I just had, she was like, I just had to get her. So this was, oh my goodness, I can't even remember what this one was called, but I just loved this one so much. This was one of my favourite Mandy Manzanos, I think. And Rachel Ray. I used to love, in the beginning, I used to love watching Rachel Ray's unboxings on these because she got a lot of Mandy Manzanos. So it was Rachel that really made me buy these. So which I think a lot of us, we've been there, and Mrs. Coffee as well. So you know, she came out lovely. She didn't have a lot of ABs. I remember when my first kit was this cheap kit from, I don't know, Amazon or whatever. It was a gift. But it got me addicted straight away. I had to get my next one. I think we've all been there too. And so this was my first Diamond Art Club, and when I was like, the quality was just something else, do you know what I mean, with a premium canvas. And so I was absolutely blown away, and I enjoyed every minute of this. And I never went back really to those sort of cheaper kits. And there's not a lot of ABs. I think it's just purple, light purple ones, and white ones in her bra there. So I'm still in the process of learning techniques and things like that, and this one is called Scarlet. Now this one is inspired by it, so you know, that is where I went with that one. And this was a prism diamond painting one, so I worked on a lot of my kits as well, as you can see. I was happy with the way she turned out, actually. I was really, really pleased with it. And you see the balloon at the top there, and I put some crystals in her eyes to make her eyes pop, and then I put some crystals in her bow. Now I know that fan art is something that is a bit of a, some artists do fan art, but I'm not, you know, I don't know, I just decided with this one that I wanted to change it, so I might show you that one, but you might have seen it on my channel, or you've seen it around. So this is Fiona. So this is a mermaid that I have. Now this is probably one of the last prism diamond painting ones I worked on. Sorry about the noise. This one here. So she didn't turn out too badly. I was disappointed with the rendering on the nose. So what I did was I put some drills, darker drills here to sort of highlight her nose. But I was happy with what I did, the changes I made with that. But I was, yeah, it doesn't look so bad in the camera, but in person, you know, you see it. So when you get so computer renders have come a long way, and I said that in my last video, but you still get sort of flecks of colours that shouldn't be there and stuff like that. So, you know, you get purples quite often in greys and stuff like that. But then sometimes computer renders catch a detail that it's just basically, it sees what it is, you know, and hand render, someone neatens it up and takes out those extra drills that shouldn't be there, and you know, they really do a great job of, like, you know. So I'd love to see this one hand rendered and see how she would come out like that. But you see she's just sort of sitting there sort of like, you know, on her own, deep in thought and stuff. And I liked the big eyes and colour palette on this one. I'll show you the bottom. So there's a tail there, and I added loads of crystals and ABs in there, and some few ABs in there, and then I added loads to the crown as well. So I do prefer hand charted kits, but I don't mind computer rendered kits And the companies these days do quite a good job with their computer rendering images as well. So we're still going. So this is quite a large one. So this one is Dragon Embrace. So yeah, I love pinks and purples and blues together. So looks quite good in the camera. So this is one of my first dragons, as you see there. So there's that one, another Prism Diamond painting one. Then we've got this one. This is, this doesn't have a name on it. This is JoJo's art. I think it's King's Path is what this one was called. And I actually did this a couple of years ago, but this was brought out quite a while ago. And it's a really nice piece. Lots of colour blocking around the edges and stuff like that. I love a perfect combination of colour blocking and a bit of confetti, because you do need confetti for those details. So that's an absolutely stunning piece. Now this one, you know when you just want to go in a shop and buy a diamond painting, this is one of those sort of things. So this is just a Diamond Dots one. I think it's called Three Amigos, yes. So I wanted to do something like that, and Diamond Dots in the shops is really expensive to buy. I think it was like £40 or something stupid like that, which is quite expensive I think for it. I do like Diamond Dots facets on their drills. They are quite nice. They don't come pre-bagged, so you have to sort of put them in bags. So that's one I did do. Don't see a lot of people doing Diamond Dots, do you? So next one is a Mandy Manzano. So this one is My Garden Needs Tending. So she's a beauty as well. I love the colour combinations on this one. Just put it like that. This is around, quite a lot of Mandy Manzanos are around that I have. And so what I wanted to do with this one, so this is a 56 by 74 centimetres. And I love all the sort of tropical sort of colours that you have here. So what I wanted to do was get some drills of the similar colours. So I got some orange ones, some green ones and some yellow ones. And I just wanted to put them in here, and I'll show you up close in a minute. All in the sort of flower bits of the canvas, and it looks really, really nice. And this one has two ABs, a orange one and a white one. And it's got 31 colours. So I'll get you up close so you can see those crystals. So I'll zoom in so you can see. Put the flash on. So there, like that. And I thought they looked really, really nice. So if you do get this kit, I sort of recommend, if you want to enhance it, sort of add in some crystals of similar colours. And some of the flowers there. And some in there. Some in the bottom there as well. Some in there. So nice. So this is Eve, and this was my second one I think with Prism Diamond painting. So she came out, she looks quite good in the camera, but in person you can see those sort of imperfections. Like this is an example of hand rendering back in the day. You can see all the mixed of colours there. And what I wanted to do with the snake is put all ABs in the snake there. You see them all sort of around the area there. So that's that one. We're still going. So I should imagine this is quite a popular one, DC Comics or whatever they're called. This one is Wonder Woman and lots of ABs. You can see where there's still some wax that's stuck on there. You can just get a toothbrush and get those off. So she had 1, 2, 3, 4 ABs. So I'd say it's a yellow one. Looks like 2 yellow ones, a pink one and a white one. So she turned out, she was very, very fun to do this one because I loved all the colours and the sections of colours. And like I said before, you know, Mandy Manzano does like a stained glass sort of thing, so it's like colouring in. So I used to do like black and then colouring in the black sort of thing. And I love the way that she draws characters. Aquaman looks really, really good. Lots of ABs there. So what I do now when I tackle ABs, I don't go and sit and do a big chunk of ABs anymore. What I do is I work with release papers, and when I'm working a section, after finishing the first section, I'll go and do the ABs first, and then when the wax starts to run out, I don't want to replenish the wax. So I'll go and work on a classic drill area, so normal drills. And then after a while of doing that, I'll go back and do the ABs. That's how I tackle ABs. I've got a lot of ABs in my peacock, and that's how I've been doing it, and I haven't had any trouble with it. So that's what I do with that. But I'll get you up close to her. So this one has 67 colours. You can see some ABs there. And I added some crystals to her eyes. And then we've got a big chunk of ABs there. At the time it was a bit of a nightmare. You can see it's just taking my wax. And you can see some more ABs there. So it's like a brown AB there, can you see? And then next to a yellow one. So it's a missing drill again. There's that one. Then we have this one, which was another popular one. So this came out at the same time as Not Bad Drawn That Way, and this was called Mama. See, it had different names, I think. So either Mama Knows Best or Mother of Dragons, or so, I can't remember what it was. And this one's, see, there's a dragon there that I didn't notice straight away, but when working it I did notice it. But I think this is an absolutely adorable piece, and you can tell this is Daenerys from Game of Thrones with her dragons. Really, really stunning piece. Like I said, I like the way Mandy Manzano draws characters in her style. I like that a lot. And this has got 39 colours, and this is one that was on my wall a lot as well for a long time. But it's just so, so beautiful. I saw someone complete this on Instagram recently, actually, and it made me think of this. So, you know, you can see her hair's all the way down here long, and this one has yellow ABs, blue ABs. Is there a blue AB? Yeah, there's a blue AB. For some reason it's at the bottom there, but the other ones are at the top. So yeah, it's got ABs in there, and very, very nice, that one. This one, I love this one. It reminds me of Zelda. It really does. So I blinged this one out. If you're not new to my channel, you remember me working any of these. So I did add some special drills with this one. I should imagine she's an elf. You can't tell, or a princess of some sort, but she does remind me of Zelda. I'm a big Zelda fan. I don't know if there's any Zelda fans out there, but yeah. So this one come out absolutely lovely. I love the colours in this. It's just so, so pretty, very floral, and you know, sort of like fantasy. And I did want to I would have liked to put some gold drills in here. I thought it would be nice. I would have liked Diamond Art Club to have put gold drills in here, because they did with the other one. But I added some special drills to it, so I'll show you the bottom part of it as well. So this is by Rika Sophia. Rickon, sorry if I'm saying that wrong, and it's 56 by 74, and it's got pink AB. See, I can't tell if it's a pink AB or a dark pink AB. It looks like it's got 5 special drills in it, so those are yellow ones and stuff like that. But I'll show you up close so you can see what I added to it. So I added some crystals in there, and then I added some bling here as well in those areas, and some in the bottom there. It's quite fun to enhance them, isn't it? But this one is another Sarah Richer one from Diamond Art Club, and it's called Bittersweet. So yeah, I'm going to end the... Oh, hang on, I've got one more here. So if you see tape around it, it's where it's been stuck on the wall and it's just come off, or I've put it in a frame and it had a border. Quite often do like use washi tape for borders and stuff like that. In my old place I used to use washi tape as border and put them all on the wall. That's quite a while ago. So this one is a Dreamer Designs one. I've got a Symphony somewhere, I don't know where she's gone, but Symphony was a nice one as well. And this is called Red Riding, and by Curtis Rokovich, and he does a lot of sort of ladies with animals, and he's a very talented artist. I love his art style. And you can see this cute little wolf here with a little unicorn horn, and I added some bling to this as well, so I added some crystals to this one and some red crystals in there and down in the bottom here as well. Anyway, thank you so much for watching. Be ready for part 3. It might be a part 4. I'm going to show you some, you know, Bella Art diamonds, you know, finishes and things like that, and Enables Outposts. I'll show you all the whips that I currently have. But thank you so much for watching, and I will see you all soon in the next video. Please consider liking and subscribing, I really appreciate it. Take care everyone, bye.